Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of October 29 through November 11, 2024. This is a reading if you are Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sag placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. If you looked at the description box below, you have a link to my website, my social media, if you want to follow me in any of those places, or look at any of my services, which includes readings, but it also includes other things as well. So feel free to check out my site if you would like to know more about me and what I do. I'm going to jump right into this because I'm trying to be a little more efficient here with the readings. Okay, first thing right off the bat, Sagittarius, holy crud. You've got the Queen of Cups with the Ankh. So, I'm sorry, the Queen of Imps, which is the Queen of Wands in regular deck. This is the Halloween tarot that I'm using with Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche, by the way. So this card is, this basically says to you that you are definitely seen. People are very attracted to you right now, Sagittarius. This is a very strongly attractive energy. And you are definitely giving off the vibe of somebody who goes for what they want and is enjoying life, or is going to go for what it is that they really want. I mean, there's a strong energy of that here. I mean, I'm looking at your 10th house. My gosh, you've got the 10 of Pumpkins, which is the 10 of Pentacles, with the winged disc in your house of career and legacy. So this is, and this is the ultimate card to be in that house. This can be legacy in the sense of family or children, but this is also legacy in the sense of just being part of a community, being successful, having lots of money, being able to, this is like somebody who is in a position to really give whatever their version of wealth is back to other people. It's a Capricorn, that is Saturn energy. And with this, there seems to be a culmination of something, like a finishing. And the wing disc definitely supports that because this is the sun disc. This is like, again, you shining and you being seen for something that you're doing and being very, very successful at it and being looked to in terms of your legacy or what you're giving to other people. That's definitely showing up here big time. Now, if I look at the job house, those of you who do kind of the, what I'll call the 9-to-5 thing, or if you work for somebody, we do have Ta with the moon. So this, again, there's this Capricorn energy. This is you working very hard at something, trying to build something. And maybe you're not really clear right now with the moon about where things are or where they're going. Your intuition seems to be a better guide than what you're seeing in front of you. But definitely if there's been some issues around a job where you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure about where things are going, I'm not sure about certain things. This is also a general house of worry. So for some of you, maybe you are worried about work, or maybe you're just not clear on something. But I don't think you have anything to worry about at all by looking at this in the 10th house. I'm like, no, this definitely says to me that you are going to be on track to be successful. And if financial success is part of that, then that's there. Yeah, because if I look at your house of finance, you've got the Earth card there. Earth card in the house of Taurus is fantastic. It definitely indicates money coming in. Now with the lovers, this could be money that's coming in through a partner, but oftentimes a lover can indicate choices that we need to make right now. You may be on the threshold of making a change. Maybe something that you're not sure about right now. Or maybe there's even matters of the heart or family or something else that are affecting your decisions here. But, again, everything is pointing to you having exactly what you need and being successful. Like, this is a really good reading financially. This is definitely showing somebody, if you've been in a position where you don't feel like you've had enough money, that feels like, whatever decisions you're making now, there definitely seems to be help. In fact, looking at your 11th house of what you're trying to manifest, we have the 6 of Pumpkins. So again, this is people who are trying to help you, who want to be helpful to you. But we have Sphinx here. So Sphinx indicates this matter of secrecy. It's almost like in terms of what you're trying to manifest, or even maybe the way you are with friends. Like Sagittarius is a very, I'm going to use the word gregarious sign. It's somebody who tends to have the kind of personality that's very extroverted that people gravitate towards. But you may be kind of withdrawing lately with Sphinx here in this house. You may be taking some time out to think. But I also think in terms of what you're trying to manifest, if there's a lack of clarity here that we see down here, there is going to be help on the way. There is going to be somebody who's going to be helping you. Of course, part of this might be the other way around for some of you. Maybe you're trying to decide how much you're going to help somebody else. So take that as it resonates there. Yeah, your 12th house of Pisces, you've got Isis with the Hanged Man. So Isis is sort of the keeper of mysteries here. But this is also about the kind of patience that we need, the kind of perseverance to move ahead, and also the need to take care of ourselves. Isis is a strong mothering card. And to see it in this house, it's almost like it's either there's this it's either this need to want to mother or nurture or care for somebody else, or sometimes this is just about the way in which we may be overly critical or overly harsh on ourselves, and we need to give ourselves a little bit of a break. Hanged Man seems to indicate that there may be something you're contemplating giving up. Okay, so I don't know, maybe, okay, for some of you, maybe you're going to have a chance to do something you really wanted and be successful in your career, because now seems to be your time. But maybe there's a job or something you've relied on and you've said, oh, I don't know what will happen if I abandon this. But there definitely seems to be the sense of needing to look at the bigger picture and trying to make decisions about what to give up. And this may be worrying you. You may have some doubts about things when it shows up in the 12th house. But again, persevere patiently, and the fact that I see Sphinx over here suggests to me that more information is definitely coming in. You just don't have it yet. Now, some of you, there's something about a long-distance trip, because in your own house, Sagittarius, I mean, there's Osiris. Here's you, strong, a leader, relying on your own judgment, okay, with Osiris. Now, your house is Jupiter energy, so this is of expansion. So this could even be another person. This could be somebody who's a teacher or a mentor, or somebody maybe who could potentially be filling that role, but this is also the card of Sagittarius in the Sagittarius house. So I just feel like all the best things of your sign are kind of like apparent right now. And with the Chariot, there could be a long distance trip. This is the house, this is a card of travel in the house of long distance travel. So some of you may be contemplating taking a long trip somewhere. So with the Chariot, yeah, we've got this energy of, you are, there may be a trip in the offing, but this is Cancer energy with the Chariot, okay? But there definitely seems to be a long trip in the offing, and there could be some changes that are coming up here. And, yeah, so I'm going to look opposite now at your 3rd house of communication, and also things like going into your own business and so forth. Yeah, you've got Bast. This is a very social card. So I feel like there's a lot of communication going on right now. Bast always reminds us to give as we wish to receive, right? Because we have it with this King of Bats. So King of Bats is, again, it's kind of, we often see it, this is in the house of Gemini, and this is an air card. So we can see the King of Bats as somebody who's very, very cold. But I also think of this as somebody who's very, very decisive, and maybe somebody who's an authority. So you may be in communication with somebody. You may be, and yeah, again, there's this sense of looking at the facts, or maybe looking for expertise. Or again, you could be the expert. But Bast reminds us to treat others as we want to be treated. But also, don't leave your intuition out of this. Don't be entirely in the head, because your heart is going to make a difference here as well. Okay. In terms of the things that you're trying to do. Now, let's look at your 4th house. Okay, so you've got the 4 of Ghosts with Pyramid. Now, this is your house. This is Cancer energy, so this is home, family. This is, this kind of thing. And so there's a dissatisfaction here. There's something you're not happy with. Now, maybe that's why we have the Chariot. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you're like, I'm sick of being here. I want to get out. There could be a family situation that has been problematic. But again, this is more about either boredom or dissatisfaction. And there's a lot of energy here about you just wanting to get moving and doing something else. So maybe you're just bored being where you're at. And you may be being challenged right now. Because there's always this kind of tension between what's familiar and comfortable and where it is that we need to go. So yeah, there may be this energy here of you not maybe, first of all, there's a sense of not wanting to miss an opportunity. Okay. Maybe some of you are being offered a chance to do something that maybe is far away. And maybe you're thinking like, well, but do I really want to move right now? Do I want to leave where I'm at? There could be a sense of that as well. So you may be being tested here. A lot of us are being told to push our boundaries and to move beyond. And I feel like this is really your time to shine. So if you have an opportunity that maybe is taking you out of the current space or what your current comfort zone is or your security, rather than kind of give it the stink eye because you might be being a bit perfectionist about it and saying, oh, well, yeah, all this stuff is great, but there's this one thing. Like, that's kind of the energy of this 4 of Ghosts or 4 of Cups. So make sure you see what's being held out to you. That may be also why you're being called on to take a broader perspective. I don't know, maybe there's something around family as well that could be problematic. Maybe that's why Isis shows up here. Maybe for some of you, this could be like moving away from your mother or something and thinking like, okay, should I do that? Is that a good idea to do? But again, I feel like you're being tested here to kind of move outside your boundaries. In fact, looking at the 8th house of Scorpio, yeah, you've got water with the 7 of pumpkins. So this is about you evaluating. Like you're looking, here's the guy looking at what's growing and trying to, say, how is this growing? Is this something I still want to spend my energy on? But it's a card of patience. And the fact that you have Isis over here too, I feel like there's something going on here where maybe you're a little dissatisfied. Maybe you think something's moving too slow. I don't know. I mean, there's a sense here that you are in the midst of change. With water, go with the flow. Stay in the flow and be patient, I feel that this means. Sphinx is also a card in terms of patience. Patience in terms of what it is you're trying to manifest. So yeah, you're very fired up to go someplace, Sagittarius, but it is telling you to be patient. The pieces of the puzzle that you don't see right now are going to fall into place. Okay, so what else do we have? Let's look at, for those of you looking for love. Okay, now it's interesting. We have the 5 of Ghosts with Urias. Now, Urias often comes up when there's something unexpected going on. So this could be, in terms of love, this could be somebody who's a secret admirer, somebody who you don't see this person and you're not expecting something to happen with them. Now, 5 of Ghosts sometimes comes up when a relationship is ended or when we feel like regret or we're too tied to the past. So this may be a case of maybe somebody's looking at you, but kind of like this 4 of Ghosts energy, you may not be seeing that. You may still be thinking too much about maybe something that you've lost. Or it also could be that there's a person. Maybe they're being secretive, and maybe the reason that they're not reaching out to you is because they're still focusing on the past or worried about, in this case, it's well, they don't really show it here, kind of like almost like what cups have been spilled kind of thing. Although in this particular one, it's interesting. I'm trying to kind of figure out what this is. But yeah, there just seems to be something that's emptied out. So there seems to be this focus on what you don't have rather than what you have. Now, Anubis with the 7 of Imps here, in this house, this could be somebody, this is strongly protective. So in terms of a relationship or a long-term relationship, there's somebody who's strongly enforcing their boundaries and standing their ground. So, yeah, so I don't know. So if that's interesting with Urias. So I don't know. There could be just somebody who feels that feels very on the defense. Maybe they have lost. That's why I think this might be another person who has lost something and who may be interested in you, but not really showing it, or it's not quite coming out in the way that you think, because they are, right now they may just be trying to defend their territory, like what they want. There's very strong defensiveness with this. But it doesn't have to be an angry defensiveness. It can just be somebody who just kind of puts up a wall. Now, if you're married, then this could indicate that there's this kind of standing your ground with your spouse. There could be a little bit of this. So there'll be some negotiation. Anubis indicates finding a way through the difficulty. So very interesting here. Those of you who are looking for love, the number 9 seems to be significant. So take that as it resonates, but that 9 definitely seems to mean something here. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to do these a little more quickly now. So we'll go to the center card and we're going to look at this. We have Buckle of Isis with Strength. Okay, so yeah, strength means having courage for something. This generally comes up when we are kind of maybe fighting our way through a situation. So you have like a lot of good stuff going on here, but I still feel like there's a lot of work involved. And maybe there is a need to take a leap of faith with something with this, like to be courageous or to make sure that you do the right thing, right? Buckle of Isis is also it's about fidelity, but it's also about sacrifices that we make that of whether they're going to be rewarded. So you may be kind of in a space where you're trying to choose through, I don't know, there's a sacrifice that you have to make, and it's asking you to be strong and to make it, because making that sacrifice is going to bring you, it's going to bring you financial security, it's going to bring you success, it's going to visibility, possibly even travel or movement. But I feel like some of this could just be a general worry. Maybe even it's a health worry too, sometimes in the 6th house. But Ta to me is a very strong working thing. Maybe you feel like, I don't know. Sometimes this comes up when somebody is working too much and needs to kind of back off a little bit. Maybe, if it is affecting your health negatively. But I just feel like there's this energy here. Like it seems like between possibly a job and or health situation and a home situation, that this is where you are, where you're feeling the uncertainty, where you're feeling the dissatisfaction. And there does seem to be something about a relationship or a connection where somebody's putting up a barrier right now, possibly because of a past situation. And what's going to go on is going to be more behind the scenes than on the surface. So, yeah, so right now I think you're being called on to evaluate the situation and say, okay, what do I need to let go of here to move forward? And this may take some strength, but Buckle of Isis says any sacrifice we make will be rewarded. Anything that we do to kind of to move something ahead is going to be appreciated and is going to work out for us. So let's see. Let's do the Between Worlds deck. Let's see what other message we have for Sagittarius. Okay. So we have these two cards. We have the Architect and we have Clarity. These are our two cards. I love this deck. It's very, very pretty. It's got all birds on it. And so let's start with the Architect and see what that's about. The Architect is Libra energy. Okay. Calm and focused, the Architect holds ground in a changing world. They offer form, structure, and a plan of action. They are a reliable figure, often finding themselves in a position of leadership. Though sometimes rigid in their approach, the Architect will always look at all sides of a situation before planning a route. In social movements, they may not be seen on the front lines, but behind the scenes. They support in organizing and focusing the collective vision. Okay, so that's interesting. That's the idea of holding your ground. It's looking at all sides of things. This is all kind of coming out here. And so focusing on the collective vision. So again, yeah, this is more about how you can leave your legacy for the group rather than just maybe what you're trying to do individually. And the Clarity card is, okay, I'll read that to you. The mind is a powerful tool in a series of challenges or a period of time away. After a series of challenges or a period of time away, you've emerged with a broader perspective and a clearer understanding of the situation. This card indicates new lightness of knowing and an assuredness in your decisions. You're holding all the keys. There's no need to second guess anything. Okay. So yeah, there's a change that you're making here. And somehow there's some aspect of this that you're not entirely secure about. And this does have a lot to do with connection. But again, it's telling you to look with the heart, and it's telling you to look towards what it is, where you're going, what it is you want to accomplish. There is a whole lot here about getting support and the help that you need to make a change. So this kind of Virgo, Earth type energy, you're definitely being called upon to, make a change here, even though maybe you're not clear on everything right now. Wait and see right now. But definitely if you have an opportunity to make a change, don't let things hold you back. Don't miss an opportunity here. Because I feel like, this is a really great reading. I feel like you have a chance to achieve a new kind of security and real satisfaction in the work that you're doing that maybe you've not had in the past, or at least not had for a while. And you are going to definitely have a chance to kind of charge ahead and take charge of your own destiny. But this does mean giving something up. So, yeah, focus on what it is that you love right now. So anyway, I hope this reading is helpful, Sagittarius. If you did like this reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.